Show, man. This is where I talk about prison. This is where I talk about my life and probably some of y'all, because as we're learning, one out of every two or something like that, people have been impacted by prison in some way, shape, or form. And I talk about it from a perspective, not trying to glorify, not seeking sympathy, but maybe more so empathy. I want to bring forth some understanding, break some stereotypes, some stigmas, some things that have been attached to prison life and culture, some things that have been portrayed in the movies and such, man. No, no, no. A lot of it's not true, but no, some of it is at the same time. But nonetheless, I'm here to have conversations, answer questions. Some of y'all got questions. Some of you guys got loved ones that are unfortunately behind the wall right now. Some of y'all just want to know, you know, always trying to motivate and inspire people to stay out of prison, man. Stay out of a place like that. And above all else, man, if you've been, we don't want you to go back. We don't want you to go back, man. I remember, hands down, I was talking to a brother today, man. It's his birthday. Shout out to my brother Genesis Asiatic, man. But I was talking to him earlier. When I talk to him, he gives me flashbacks. He gives me flashbacks, man. And I gotta say, he reminded me of what it was like to be walking the yard. J-Day, 5 days left. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. He reminded me of what it was like to walk the yard, man. Very traumatizing thing when you think about it. But at the time, the yard it's an escape from the dorm or for the pod. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like it dawned on me today how abnormal my thought process was in prison. And listen, we survive, we adapt, whatever. But to me, going outside inside of a cage, another cage, but at least I can go outside. I can that fresh air. But nonetheless, that was relief. That's the scary thing about confinement, man. It'll have you accepting the minimal of whatever, the scraps, the very bottom of it all, man. If you've ever been to prison, man, I'm telling you, you know what I'm talking about. We do things and sometimes I'm not going to say, I don't want to use the word glamorize or glorify. I don't know what the word would be, right? But at the end of the day, if you've been, you know. All of it on the inside is garbage, man. There's some good things. I met my brothers on the inside. So when I say that, I'm not necessarily talking about the people. I'm talking about the actual structure, the system, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And in case we got any NFL fans, y'all already know what it is. No need to ask. Big Bears in the building, man. Man. Somebody said somebody said if I got 144, my sentence was 144 years, all suspended, but 19. So I had to do 19 years in the Commonwealth of Virginia. You got to do 85% of your sentence there. I ended up doing 16 years, 11 months, which is a little bit more than that, you know. But 144 is a whole sentence, you know. I'm no way I would have got up here and said 19, because the 144 is real. The 144, when you serve your sentence, the rest of that time is still over your head, or you'll have probate, whatever. That number is still real. There's a reason they give, even if they suspend a portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, the yard, going to the yard, a very abnormal place, man. You have to move very strategically on a prison yard. Not all yards are created equal either. I'm gonna say that. I would never ever say that a Virginia prison yard was like a California prison yard. I wouldn't say that. I did time in Virginia. I'm not, be realistic, right? Like it gets busy, it goes down, it does. But the things that go, no, it's not like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you still got to be strategic. You still got to be on point. You still got to know what's going on. You still got to mind your business. You still got to move with your people. There's just different things. The craziest thing that I ever, I'd say probably one of the craziest things. It was customary when you used to go out to the yard, especially on Sussex 2. Sussex 2 was a level 4. Slim was good. And in the middle of the big yard was a fence. They cut the big yard in half. It wasn't always like that, but that's what they did. And when you go out there, And sometimes from the big yard to the small yard, big yard to the basketball courts, because everything was sectioned off by itself. It was controlled movement. You only wrecked with your pod. But it was customary when you go out there, you'd see soups just flying over the fence, honey buns. You see all types of stuff flying. If the COs catch you, they coming to get that though. Or that sometimes they cancel wreck or pull the pod off or whatever it is. But at the same time, your people out there, that's the only time you're gonna see them on the rec yard. You gonna make it happen. You gonna get them a bag of commissary. You gonna throw it over the fence or whatever. So this one particular time though, I remember. New guy gets to the camp. He hits the yard. You know what I'm saying? Slim, what's good? And he's on the rec yard and he knows his people, but they on the other side. We're in 2 buildings. His people are in 4 buildings. It's on the other side. We're in different pods, different buildings, all that. But evidently his people have sent word to him and say, hey, come outside. They got a big bag of commissary for him. Now, the issue was he didn't really know nobody on 2 side. So when we're on the yard, his people like, yo, you ready? They throwing commissary, and you got to smuggle it back in the building, by the way. That's another part of the process, and you got to hope you can get through that. But they're throwing stuff over, and evidently the guy I don't know if he had issues before, prior to, somebody had put word out on him, or they just didn't care, didn't respect. When the dudes threw a couple of honey buns or whatever, they hit the yard, boom. The guy dropped some soups. Next thing you know, guys from the pod just went over and started taking all his stuff. And he can't fight them all. It's like it would have been like 1 on 6 or whatever it was, man. And they're taking his stuff and they're like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Well, we went in the building that evening and he did something about it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't glorify this stuff. I tell that version of the story somewhere, but I'm gonna tell you, man, he lasted less than a day on that camp. He made it, or maybe it was a day, because he made it to that rec period, tried to get some commissary. Guys took it from him. He went in there and settled the score first chance he could get. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked what happens to trained fighters. Let me tell you something. There was some people, there's like you, man. There was some people in Rock and Red, some people in the system known as trained fighters, right? What I tell you is, I feel like whether you're trained or not, either you can or you can't. That's what I feel. Because I've seen it go both ways. I've seen dudes that are quote unquote trained and they get put all over the floor. You know what I'm saying? And then I've seen some people that were trained and like you, man. Hey, man, he might have been heavyweight champion of the world if he could have stayed free. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It goes either way. Appreciate that, Slim. Appreciate that. And welcome home, good brother. Welcome home, man. Dotson is out. People are coming home, man. You understand me? People are coming home. Like, seriously coming home. That's a blessing. Super blessing. I'm over here still working too. Tired as I don't know what, man. Appreciate that, Slim, man. I'm over here working, man. Being positive in the most in the best way I can be, man. You know what I'm saying? Best way I can be. Somebody just invited me to do a battle or something. I don't know what the heck they was over there doing, man. They need to chill on out. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I heard. I didn't get a lesser sentence. It was 144 all suspended, but 19. And I had to do my sentence, man. 85% of that. But that's really it, man. Each state sentence is different. You understand what I'm saying? Each state definitely sentences different. Is definitely not, you know what I'm saying, a situation where everything's uniform. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? But you can go in, two people can go into the same system, same backgrounds, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and come out with two different sentences. You know what I'm saying? Glad you made it out too, man. Glad you made it out too, man. But that's why it's important to educate yourself to the law and things like that for that purpose, man, just so you know. More importantly, you stay out the street so you can stay free. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. But as I know, as I'm not naive to the fact, some people are gonna do what they're gonna do. You know, do yourself a favor though and educate yourself to the laws, and your mind may change. Might. I promise you, it literally may change. You know what I'm saying? And burglar funny, man. Yo, but think about that, man, before you go all up in the mix, man. It's not a game. It's the farthest thing from it. That's why I'm up here every single day, man. I want people to be encouraged. I want people to be motivated. I want people to understand, like, prison is not cool. You go there, you're not guaranteed to make it home. You're not guaranteed to make it out. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Cullen, Keefe, all day. Matter of fact, in case anybody was wondering, I'm going to keep showing that off. We got the Rams coming up. Onwards to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Rams. After we beat them, we're going to go ahead and get Seattle out the way. Boom. And then it's probably going to be Buffalo. And then we're going to beat Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Told my brother that weeks ago, by the way. At least about the Buffalo Bears Super Bowl. Yeah, yellow bag only, man. I got 5 bags. Check out my page. I got 5 bags. Check out the page. You understand me? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. If y'all got questions, put them in the chat, man. I'm up here. I'm gonna be going live, yo. I said, let me start going live later. I gotta go live later, man. Different time zones, people in different time zones, Want to make sure everybody's off work, everybody's chilling or whatnot, I said maybe if a little bit later, it was just easier to connect, you know what I'm saying? So far, so good, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the lives right now, man. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day, y'all. Mm, 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 mm.